Recent arrest and detention of 8 persons allegedly involved in oil thefts by the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps in Lagos may have thrown up more issues surrounding the nation's fuel pipelines. Our correspondent Loretta Chogo, who went around some parts of Alimosho local government area, reports that residents of the area may be sitting on a keg of gunpowder. And that's our big story tonight.
Instant noodles, tasty nutrition, good for you.
You can imagine the threat of living in an estate, living in your home, and being afraid of what's going to happen in the next second.
My husband go dig that small one. If you come and if you take off for water leaf, as he go see the fuel.
These complaints were made way back in 2010 by residents of Isheri in Igodo area of Alimosho local government in Lagos. Refined fuel has seeped into their water wells, contaminating it.
From the west, as long as you draw from here, this is what you get.
For this woman, her little farmland has also been taken over by petroleum product. Every dig on the ground produced fuel. She and her cohabitants were arrested by the NSCDC of tampering with the NNPC fuel pipeline, scooping and trading on the product. A development the NNPC claimed was caused by ruptured pipes, which were subsequently fixed. 3 years after, and just last week Saturday, another discovery of oil in some water wells in residential homes on Aminotu Ilo Street in Ejigbo, a community still within the same local government area. 8 persons, including a pregnant woman, were arrested by NSCDC over allegations ranging from tampering with NNPC pipes to scooping petroleum products and trading on it. Though locked up for 72 hours in NSCDC's custody, the detainees repeatedly denied involvement in such acts. A denial corroborated by the police and the NNPC.
I also want you to understand that this man did not just go there to make a verbal complaint. He also made statement.
Do we have copies of the statement?
Yeah, he made statement. He wrote a handwritten statement complaining of this problem.
Was the police supposed to report to the NSCDC?
It's not possible. We don't work under the civil defense. We did what we're supposed to do.
But the NSCDC boss raised questions about the knowledge of other authorities of the fuel wells when asked if he was aware.
Madam, you are very, very biased in your questions. We're talking about, you have seen the tape, you have seen the PMS coming out from the well. Did NNPC inform Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Lagos State Command? No. What about the police? No.
They are a young organization. The Nigeria Police and other law enforcement agencies will tell them how many lawsuits they have faced in court. And maybe when they get to that level, they will know the implication of taking actions without first looking at the real issues.
While some of the victims returned home with minor health issues, the pregnant woman among them lies here on the hospital bed. Her doctor says she and her unborn baby need special monitoring.
Work is in progress here. As you can see behind me, manual labor is ongoing to detect if there's any NNPC ruptured pipeline. But as I stand here, none has been confirmed ruptured.
While officials of the Oil Spill Detection Agency take notes as they move around, this environmental expert says no one living in this area can be held responsible for any oil spill here.
And you can see where we are, distance to where the affected houses are, you can see this a little bit higher. And water will go to the nearest level, they go to the lowest level. So that is exactly its attenuation. If we carry out health survey on children around here, they will have skin disease. Because most of the water they are using is with benzene. And even if they drink it, sometimes you may have gastrointestinal disease. Okay. Yes, and sometimes if you have too much heavy metal in your body, you are playing with cancer.
Look at the issue of Barua. Barua has been on since 1996. Look at it. And the issue of Diamond Estate has been on since 2010. Now this one now. Ijego is here and other areas. What are they doing to remediate all these things? What are they doing? Right? The federal government is not coming to the aid of people here. And you're getting these people arrested for what?
There are fears now that the earths in Alimosho local government, the largest in Lagos State, may have been affected by oil spills resulting from years of vandalism. The call is on the government at all levels to take proactive steps to finding a lasting solution to the problem before Lagos goes up in flames. Loretta Chiogo, Channels Television News.
Indomie instant noodles, tasty nutrition, good for you.
It's time now for business news. We've been joined by Adishawa Josh.
The CBN's Intervention Fund for the Development of the Micro, Small and Medium-Scale Enterprises sector is beginning to generate concern. According to the CBN, 60% of the 220 billion naira MSMEs fund will be allotted to women for the promotion of their businesses. But one businesswoman is concerned about the qualification requirement for the credit facility. She says she wants the Apex Bank to consider an alignment of the fund's interest rate with global standards.
Would be better because elsewhere outside this country they are charging between 3.5% maximum 5%. We are looking forward to these funds being made available to members at 5% or less. Is it going to be collateral free for women? That is a very strong point because the women, you assign us, even if you give us 80% and we don't have the collateral to back it up, we say we're not access this fund. And we need the collateral, we will get our husbands. And when we get our husbands, those questions, those things they think they want to do with our husband may not be willing to put his own collateral behind his wife.
While the Central Bank of Nigeria's cashless policy appears to be gaining grounds in some parts of the country, the reverse is the case in some other areas. One of such areas is Kano State, where the people are lamenting the absence of infrastructure needed for the implementation of the policy. Members of the state business community believe there is a need to educate the residents on the importance of the cashless policy. Now, strong demand for the US dollar has continued to mount pressure on the naira, despite measures to tighten liquidity in the banking system to curb speculation and prop up the local currency. The naira retreated for a third day at the interbank market, set for its lowest closing level in more than a year in the absence of the central bank's intervention and foreign exchange sales from oil companies. The currency declined 0.7% to close flat at 163 naira 35 kobo to a dollar, its worst level since June 2012. Now the naira has fallen 4.4% against the dollar this year. Well, the Nigerian equities market halted a three-day bearish run, appreciating by 0.27% to 36,400.37 points. Here's BC Coca with the details.
Hello there. Welcome to the Stock Market Reports. The bulls have their heads up once again as the Nigerian equities market halted a three-day bearish run, pushing the all-share index back to positive territory. The key broad index rose by 0.27% to 36,400.37 points, while the market's capitalization remained at 11.5 trillion naira. On the gainers table, Nigerian breweries appreciated by 5 naira 99 kobo ahead of other price gainers. Meanwhile, GlaxoSmithKline tops the laggards list, shedding 5 naira. Ecobank Transnational Incorporated dominated the top trades chart, churning out 179.64 million units ahead of Weber Bank and Unity Bank. When trading ended, volume came in at 599.81 million units, valued at 5.16 billion naira, and exchanged in 5,553 deals. And that's a wrap on the stock market reports. I'm BC Program.
And the good thing is the Nigerian stock market isn't the only markets in the green. All markets around the world ended in the green. Let's check out the figures, and the news at 10 will continue.